Alright, live on YouTube, going live on the Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I am Xander. The Loon will be joining us here shortly. And you viewer, of course, are you. Today is Tuesday, aka Monday. It is Monday, correct? Is it? Yeah. February 9th, 2026. Let's get into today's history, shall we? Well, first off, this show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. Starting with 474, Zeno was crowned as co-emperor of the Byzantine Empire. Alright. 1098, Basileus III was restored to authority with armed support from Boleslav I, the Brave of Poland. Moving on up to 1098, the First Crusade army led by Bohemond of Taranto won a major battle against the Seljuk Emir Ridwan of Aleppo during the siege of Antioch. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right. 1234, Mongol army took the Jin city of Kaizhou, last holdout of Jin Emperor Ai Sung, who committed suicide rather than be captured. Well, that's not too good. 1267, Synod of Breslau ordered Jews of Silesia to wear special cone-shaped hats as a means of identification. The traditional garb had become less prevalent. Now, I want to show you, like while I was researching, for this, for the thumbnail, like the images for the thumbnail and whatnot. Yeah. Look at all these various styles. So, but I mean, like I saw this is AI generated. So, that's whatever. But this is real. And I'm just like, wow, like, what in the name of the clan is happening, Like,
agree.
But, I mean, like, look, we have cone hats and...
Yeah.
I think the traditional headwear they were talking about was probably the yarmulke, because I see a yarmulke right here. So, anyway, that's awful. 1539, the first recorded race was held on Chester Racecourse, known as the Rody. And I actually want to show this to you really quick, because this is an actual website. Here we go. This is where I want to go. Why is it not? Hold on a second. Stupid thing. Copied the parentheses. There we go. Okay.
What is this?
It'll show some images, like of where the first race track was, and like there's something to do with that. It is some kind of marker or something, and from like this time. So I just thought it was cool. Like, this is the image I actually have. Like where is it? Right here. Yeah, this is the image I have for that. Okay. So this is an image depicting the very first ever race.
Yeah. Which
was a horse race. And that's this image right here. So this is all pertaining to that. I just thought it was really cool. I'm actually going to I'm going to add this into the underbar section really quick. First race. You're going to say something?
No.
Okay. Anyway, moving on up. The first recorded horse race meeting in England was held at Rodey Fields in Chester. 1555, Bishop of Gloucester John Hooper was burned at the stake for heresy. And I have another picture of that here. I'm not going to linger on that because that's a bit violent. 1621, Alexander Lucy was elected Pope Gregory the 15th, ruling until 1623, also becoming the last pope elected by acclamation. What is acclamation?
I'm not sure.
All right, neither am I. 1742, Sir Robert Walpole, often referred to as the first British Prime Minister, ennobled as the first Earl of Orford. That's an interesting name right there, and I'm trying to find where could my rumble be? There it is. Moving on to 1775, American Revolutionary War. British Parliament declared Massachusetts colony in rebellion. Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
78, Rhode Island became the fourth U.S. state to ratify the Articles of Confederation. 1807, Napoleon convened the Grand Sanhedrin, a Jewish high court in Paris, gave legal sanction to the principles expressed by the Assembly of Notables. In 1822, American Indian Society was organized. Image states established 1966. There's a discrepancy. So yeah, this is the image I have here for the American Indian Society. It says here established 1966, but maybe this is a different logo or a different organization entirely. I'm not sure. But This was well before 1966.
Yeah.
1822 as well, Haiti invaded the newly founded Dominican Republic on the other side of the island of Hispaniola. Yeah, well, they're kind of invading us right now. 1825, the House of Representatives elected John Quincy Adams as 6th U.S. President. This is because after no candidate received a majority of electoral votes in the U.S. presidential election of 1824, the United States House of Representatives elected John Quincy Adams, so in a contingent election. 1849, the new Roman Republic declared in Rome, replacing and following the flight of Pope Pius IX. So basically, he left. The Pope left. I think he was chased out of. I think that's when, you remember the story of the Swiss Guard I talked with you about? Like, the Pope was able to escape the Vatican because there was an army besieging the Vatican itself. They were going after the Pope. They wanted to kill him. They were able, he was able to escape, but there's a large amount of Swiss guards that died just holding them off while he did so. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's a huge thing. That's why they only use the Swiss guards. That's why they still wear those uniforms. That's what they wore back then. Mm. It's all about honoring those who fell for the Pope. Mm. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so he had left, and this is when that new Roman Republic was declared. Anyway, 1861, Confederate provinces or Provisional Congress declared all laws under the U.S. Constitution were consistent with Constitution of Confederate States, U.S. Civil War. So basically, just taking what's already there, but making them in charge, essentially.
Yeah.
So, 1861, Jefferson Davis and Alexander Stephens elected President and Vice President of the Confederate States of America during the U.S. Civil War. It says here Jefferson Davis was elected the Provisional President of the Confederate States of America, in Montgomery, Alabama. 1861, Tennessee voted against secession. All right, thank you, my home, state of Tennessee, doing things right. 1870, the U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant signed a law resulting in U.S. Army Signal Service's establishment of its Division of Telegrams and Reports for the Benefit of Commerce, later known as the National Weather Service. All right, establishing the United States Weather Bureau. Cool. 1871, why can't I read today? Federal Fish Protection Office authorized by U.S. Congress. First off, fuck the smell. Okay? Fuck the smell. And if you don't understand, then just, look into the Palisade fires and why we couldn't get water down from Northern California, and you'll see why I say fuck the smell. But even stranger than my comments, when I was image searching this, for whatever reason, I have action figures. It's talking about the Federal Fish Protection.
What the heck?
And it even says right here, so I click it, and the link is talking about the Federal Fish Protection. So, what the hell does this have to do with this?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's Reddit. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now I understand. All right.
You do.
Well, Reddit is full of idiots. 1885, the first Japanese arrived in Hawaii. All right. And then 365 days later, the U.S. President Grover Cleveland declared a state of emergency in Seattle because of anti-Chinese violence. Hey, that's good. He's standing up for the Chinese. The immigrants, everything. We are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what skin you are. What you believe. As long as you don't impose yourself on others and you don't hurt others, especially intentionally, then just come here and chill. Work with us, sweat with us, party with us, and be with us. That's what it's all about. So, 1889, the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, was established as a cabinet-level agency. All right. 1891, the first shipment of asparagus arrived in San Francisco from Sacramento.
Oh, from Sacramento. I thought it was the way they're talking, it came in by ship or something.
Why is that even documented?
Yeah.
That's just...
Yeah, exactly.
You can walk that.
No, Sacramento's a little ways off.
Well, I mean, it's not next door, but I mean, this. I thought, I didn't read the entire thing either, but I guess.
Funny.
Yeah, weird. 1893, Giuseppe Verdi's comic opera, his last opera, Falstaff, premiered at La Scala Teatro in Milan, Italy. All right. 1895, William Morgan presented his new sport, Mintonette, to the world at Springfield College, Massachusetts. Later was referred to as volleyball. A primary source says he renamed it to volleyball, or it was renamed to volleyball. Yeah, here's a picture. Perfect. I'm right on cue.
Well, that's not a volleyball.
No, that's the initial volleyball. And that's round.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the ball for the marionette, whatever the word was.
Okay.
Mintonette is what he called it. So,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, 1897, invasion of Benin City by British Expeditionary Force. The city was burnt and looted, ending the Nigerian kingdom of Benin, formed in the 11th century. Wow. 1900, the Davis Cup competition was established. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that goes way back.
Yeah, the Davis Cup.
1900, yeah.
Yeah. 1904, Japanese torpedo boats launched a surprise attack on Russian ships at the Port Arthur Naval Base in Manchuria, beginning the Russo-Japanese War. Japanese troops also landed at Chilumpo, Incheon, near Seoul, Korea. In 3 weeks, they advanced to the Yalu River, the border of Manchuria.
So
Yeah.
this is pre-World War One.
Yes. No, Japan has just been like, ever since they opened themselves to the West, and they saw just like, because Japan, they were one of the most xenophobic like societies in all of world history. Like they believe themselves, and many cultures still do.
Well, they believe
Like that they're superior and everything, but they see the inferior other humans building things that's going to take them over. So they open themselves up to the Western world, and in doing so, they wanted the big metal ships and the cool new gadgets, and then they just started taking things once they started getting the ability to, because like up until more recent times, like and still in many aspects today, like. The majority of Asia, like their culture, they hate each other, like that. That's why things like what was the massacre that Japan did to the Chinese in World War II?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, but things like that happen, It seems like that even still today, like in aspects of China, with the Uyghurs and the Tibetans and everything, that's still happening to this day.
Sure.
So I mean, Europe still does it. Africa definitely still does it. The Americas do it and everything, but like I don't know. Anyway, 1906, Natal proclaims state of siege in Zulu uprising. 1907, the Mud March became the first large procession organized by the National Union of Women's Suffrage Societies, aka NUWSS. We spoke about that yesterday. 1909, the first U.S. federal legislation on narcotics prohibited importation, possession, and use of smoking opium. All right. 1912, on February 9th, the first U.S. We got that one. The U.S. Tennis Association amend rule taking bye away from defending champion.
What?
They amended a rule that takes the bye away from defending champion. I don't know what that means. It just says amends rule taking bye, as in bye,
No, a bye is something, you get a bye. You don't have a game that particular time or something.
I have no idea what this means.
Generally what a bye means in sports.
Okay.
But I don't know what it means. That makes no sense. I don't get it.
Yeah. 1913, beginning of the 10 tragic days in Mexico City, with revolts leading to 3,000 deaths.
Yee.
Yeah. 1913, a group of meteors became visible across much of the eastern seaboard of the Americas, leading astronomers to conclude the source has been a small, short-lived natural satellite of Earth. So, there is something out there that just broke up or whatever.
Yeah.
So, that's an artist depiction. You can tell it's paint, but it's still
yeah.
really cool. If that's what it actually looked like, that would have been like epic
incredible.
and also kind of scary to see.
Well, when you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. The sky is falling. It's the
Yeah,
end of
yeah.
days. 1916, Britain's Military Service Act was enforced. It's conscription. We also have the National League voted down a proposal by Giants, Braves, and Cubs to increase a club player limit from 21 to 22. The Reds wanted to decrease it to 20, so they can't agree on how many players they
you're
should.
allowed to have.
Yeah. 1918, U.S. Army Chaplain School organized at Fort Monroe, Virginia. And in 1920, international treaty recognized Norwegian sovereignty over Svalbard. Under the terms of the Svalbard Treaty, international diplomacy recognized Norwegian sovereignty over the Arctic archipelago of Svalbard and designated it as demilitarized. And then Joint Rules Committee banned foreign substances and alterations to baseballs. That makes sense. You know?
Okay, read that again.
Joint Rules Committee banned foreign substances and alterations to baseballs.
Don't get it.
Well, you don't want somebody make it spit.
Slicing the baseball to make it do certain things.
1922. Yeah. 1922, Brazil became a member of the Berne Convention Copyright Treaty. All right. 1922 as well. Snow on Mauna Loa, Hawaii, and that's what this is. That's the top of a volcano in Hawaii. Dude, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I would love to go up there and see that in person. I mean, I can hear the wind. You know. What else do we got here? 1922, World War Foreign Debt Commission was established by Congress to settle the problem of Allied war and post-war loans. 1923, Soviet Union Council of Labor and Defense's passed resolution creating the Civil Air Fleet of the USSR, the forerunner of Aeroflot Airline. 1925, Hafia Technion, Israel open. But what is Hafia? What does it mean, Israel? Israel wasn't around in 1925.
Didn't exist.
You know, so what is this? Like, is it a company?
Oh, Israel is what it became, I guess.
Oh,
it's in parentheses.
Let's see here. Oh, Israel Institute of Technology. Okay, it's a technology institute. Okay. 1 century ago, 1926, the teaching theory of evolution was forbidden in Atlanta, Georgia schools. Not good. 29, USSR, Estonia, Latvia, Poland, and Romania signed Litvinov's Pact, providing for reunification of war among its signatories. 29 as well, members of the Vietnam Quoc Dan Dang assassinated the labor recruiter Bazin, prompting a crackdown by French colonial authorities. 1932, USA entered the Olympic two-man bobsled competition for the first time.
Two-man bobsled.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still caught up here. We also have a prohibition law was abolished in Finland after a national referendum in which 70% had voted for the repeal of the law. 1934, Balkan Entente alliance formed, Yugoslavia, Greece, Turkey, and Romania. All right. 36, German skier Franz Pfeffler won the inaugural Olympic men's combined gold medal at the Winter Games ahead of teammates Gustav Lanchester. All right. May 41, Nazi collaborators destroyed pro-Jewish cafe Alcazar, Amsterdam, because Alcazar, who owned the place, refused to hang a no entry for Jews signs in front of his cafe.
Yay.
See, this is where we're heading with all the hate towards whites, towards straights, towards, this, towards that. The left don't seem to realize that they're putting the noose, that they're putting the noose on all of our necks.
They're dividers.
Stupid. 1941, World War II, bombing of Genoa, the Cathedral of San Lorenzo in Genoa, whatever, Italy, was struck by a bomb which failed to detonate, thank goodness. I don't like it when, historic wonders get destroyed. 1942, daylight savings wartime went into effect in the United States. Year-round daylight saving time, aka wartime, was reinstated in the United States as a wartime measure to help conserve energy resources. So, remember, you used to tell me that was the creation of daylight savings time for war and all that stuff?
No, I don't think I said that.
Because, you and I, we had differences of beliefs about the creation of daylight savings times. I thought it was used for something to do involving farmers and cycles and all that stuff.
That's what I thought, to give them extra daylight to farm the fields.
Anyway, 1942, Philadelphia Phillies changed their nickname temporarily to the Phils. You can't do that. You can't change your own nickname. That's ridiculous. I mean, like...
They shortened it, is all they did. Phillies to Phil.
Okay.
Why did they do that?
Well, they
didn't change it, they shortened it.
Yeah. 43, Japanese troops evacuated Guadalcanal, ending the epic World War II battle on the Solomon Islands in the Pacific.
In fact, a lot of times they do say Philadelphia Phils. They call them that, just abbreviated.
Maybe they're just...
They don't say the Los Angeles Dodge.
1943, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order setting a minimum 48-hour work week in a number of critical war industries. All right. 45, the Battle of the Atlantic. HMS Venturer sunk U-boat 864 off the coast of Norway, and a rare occurrence of submarine-to-submarine combat off the coast of Fiji in Norway. All right. 1950, Senator Joseph McCarthy charged State Department investigated with 205 communists. So, yeah, during the second Red Scare, part of McCarthyism.
Yeah.
51, Major League Baseball St. Louis Browns signed pitcher Satchel Paige at the age of 45.
Yeah.
He's out there with a walker, man. 1951, during the Korean War, the two-day Gyeochang Massacre began when the battalion of the 11th Division of the Southern Korean Army murdered 719 unarmed citizens in Gyeochang in the South Gyeochang district of South Korea.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's when the Korean War was going on.
Yep. 55, Unity Committee of U.S. Trade Unions, American Federation of Labor, AFL, and Congress of Industrial Organizations, CIO, agreed to merge, subject to ratification by each group's executive committee. Okay. 1959, the first intercontinental ballistic missile, the R-7 Semyorka, became operational at Plistek, USSR. 1960, AFL and NFL agreed verbally to a no-tampering pact. You know,
they're competing leagues.
So
don't steal the other one's players or coaches or whatever.
Yeah. 61, the Beatles' first gig at Liverpool's Cavern Club. They would play there nearly 300 times over the next 2 years. And this was, they performed under this name for the for the first time following their return to Liverpool from Hamburg. So... like, it sounds like they might have played there before under different names, still trying to find themselves. You know how these musicians are. Yeah. Weird people. Oh,
I know they...
I mean, you knew George Harrison, for God's sake.
Huh?
You knew George Harrison, right? You know, just George Harrison.
What about him?
You knew him. Like, you were acquaintances.
No. From the Beatles?
No, not Beatles. What's George Harrison's a Beatle?
Yeah.
Okay, then who am I thinking of? One of your friends from high school, from the Doors or whatever.
Oh, Jim Morrison.
Morrison. Okay, well, George Hendrick. I don't know people's names, man. Like, I have too much knowledge over here. I have square brain. I can't. I'm overloaded. But yeah, no, you knew some musicians. You're not buddy maybe. Right, I don't know, but you knew of them.
Acquaintances.
Yeah. 1962, Jamaica signed an agreement to become independent. All right. 63, the first test flight of Boeing 727 jet. That's this beautiful bird right here.
Yeah.
God, that looks like something out of the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something out of the 60s. 1964, the first appearance of the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, live from New York. Broadcast drew 73.7 million television viewers across the United States. Yeah.
Everybody watched that.
I bet.
And all TVs were on that.
Yeah. 1964, G.I. Joe action figure introduced at the American International Toy Fair in New York. Yeah, action figure. It's... you know, a doll, an action figure, call it what you want. Yeah. It's a toy for a kid. You know, it's weird. Like, you take the same thing, you put a dress on it, and give it to a girl, it's a doll.
It's all.
You take the baseball, you put a pair of khakis on it, give it to a boy, it's an action figure.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes as much sense as, like, the difference between, a tropical storm and a hurricane. You know, like, hurricane has more urgency.
Their bare minimum, they should have called it an action doll.
An action doll.
You know, if you really want to segregate it, but it's just to be a doll.
That actually kind of sounds pretty metal. The action doll. It'll cuddle you and kill your enemies. 1964, the 9th Winter Olympic Games closed in Innsbruck, Austria. 1965, Vietnam War, the U.S. Marine Corps sent a MIM-23 Hawk missile battalion to South Vietnam, making him the first U.S. troops to in-country without an official advisory or training mission. 1966, the UK government announced construction of a nuclear reactor on the north coast of Scotland. Yikes. Well, that's just what those Scots need is, nukes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, radioactive whiskey and just, like, a legion of just, like, cresting a hill? 1968, a rare three-way tie for silver in the women's 500-meter speed skating at the Grenoble Winter Olympics.
Wow, ties.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to do.
I know. Well, that's why I said it rare. Soviet Lyudmila Titova won from American trio of Jenny Fish, Mary Myers, and Deanne Halou. I saw your head shake there.
You killed that.
Lyudmila Titova.
I like when you try to throw in an accent,
Well, if I don't bend my tongue in the way that that word design, or what I thought that word design is supposed, my tongue is gonna kill itself. It's gonna go, pop right off and go to bye. Apollo 14 returned to Earth on 1971. That was their third manned moon mission.
Which Apollo was the one that blew up or whatever, and they had to figure out how to get it back by looping around the moon? They made the movie out of it.
13.
There was this one?
No, this is 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like Apollo 11 was the first, then 12, and then 13 happened, and then 14, was the third successful moon. Apollo 13 went around the moon. They didn't land because of the huge malfunction.
Yeah, no, they had to figure out a way to get it back. That's how they did.
Yeah.
Slingshot it.
We got to
Apollo 1, 2, 3, 4 through 11.
Well, those were all tests. Not every Apollo was a manned mission. They had to figure out how to get the Saturn V up there. How to they did everything in phases.
I knew you'd have an answer.
And everything.
Okay.
So, yeah. 1971, the first homosexual themed TV episode, All in the Family. It's an episode of All in the Family.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah.
About
sexuality.
that. 71, quake in San Fernando Valley killed 64 and caused over $500 million in damage. The 6.5 to 6.6 Sima earthquake hit the greater LA area with a maximum mercalli intensity of 11 extreme, causing the deaths of 64 people and the injury of 2,000 others. We also have Satchel Paige became the first Negro League player elected to Baseball Hall of Fame.
By the way, I remember that too.
The earthquake?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell us about it?
No, it was just I was way away from. I didn't live in the valley. I lived over in Inglewood, but still, it rumbled in the jungle.
Yeah, it would. Earthquakes are fun. 1973, U.S. singer, songwriter, and actor Paul Williams sung the Torch song "Here's That Rainy Day" in full Planet of the Apes makeup and costume on Johnny Carson's The Tonight Show. That sounds like it must have been a spectacle. 76, Oscar Charleston selected to Baseball Hall of Fame. All right. 78, the Bud Company unveiled its first SPV 2000 self-propelled rail car in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So that's not Budweiser.
No, it's a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the car right there. 1979, I found this pretty interesting. ABC aired Heroes of Rock and Roll special featuring archival performances of 62 artists.
Wow.
That's really cool.
I missed that.
Yeah. 1979, Walter Hill's crime drama film The Warriors, based on Sol Urich's 1965 novel, was released in the United States, sparking gang violence as many theaters and a halt to the film's marketing campaign. Is that the one where like Warriors come out and play?
I don't know.
With a bottle?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up here really quick. And whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna full screen this 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic. All right. So sorry about that. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay. Did you ever see this?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen that scene that I just described?
No, I didn't even know what you're talking about.
It's a rather famous scene. Like, oh, I'll just play this part here. He just sits there, does that, and then starts. It's a gang rivalry. It's a gang war and everything. So he's taunting them out and all that stuff, and it's a very iconic scene in cinema history. I'm surprised you haven't seen that or don't remember it at least.
No, it's all new to me. I never heard of it.
Wow. 1980, Rick Barry of the Houston Rockets was the first in NBA history to score 8 3-pointers in a game. Holy,
wow.
That's intense.
He was a great free thrower, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously.
And the way he shot free throws was underhand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's the underhanded guy. Okay.
Yeah, I told you about that.
So why the hell would Shaq not follow him, dude? What the hell?
He didn't want any part of it.
1982, Japan Airlines Flight 350 crashed near Haneda Airport in an attempted pilot mass murder-suicide, killing 24 of the 174 people on board. Yikes. You know, people don't realize that even professionals, you see these, these world leaders, these pilots, these captains, these admirals, these generals, all the people that you follow, the scientists, everything, they are nothing more than you exactly, but following a different path of education. But they are just as fallible as you and I are, And every time you get on that plane, just remember, the pilot's human too, And these guys, unfortunately, drew a bad hand. That sucks. So, but at least, not everybody died. Let's look at the silver lining here. So, 1983, Belgium bought 44 F-16s. That's a number.
It's a big number.
Why do they need that many warplanes? Are they planning to attack somebody?
Protection.
Or so they say. 85, DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena was tortured and murdered on orders of Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo. He sounds like a pleasant fellow, doesn't he?
Yeah.
86, Halley's Comet reached the 30th perihelion, the closest approach to the Sun. This was the last time it has appeared in the solar system. It'll come back, but, in a while. And it says 30th.
100 years, isn't it, or something?
70, 80, something like that. Somewhere in there. I'm keeping my eye on the comments here, trying to see if anybody is talking on either Rumble or YouTube. But yeah, it says 30th, but we don't know exactly how many times it's done its thing. So as far as recording, it's been recorded 30 times. 1986, tomb of Tutankhamun's treasure, Maya, was found in Egypt. And Maya was the name, not the civilization, but and that's interesting. His treasure had his own tomb. That was pretty cool. 1987, New York Stock Exchange installed ladies' restroom in the Exchange Luncheon Club. All right.
Yeah.
Good. They need something. 87, civil unrest broke out around Palestine. 88, NH, I guess New Hampshire, began a NCAA record 32-game losing streak at home.
Oops.
Ends on February of 1991, so that took a few years.
Well, that's a lot of games.
Wow, so they spent multiple years not even winning one game. That sucks.
At home.
At home, yeah, okay. Well, that absolutely sucks, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's home. If you're going to win anywhere, you should win at home. You're not winning at home. What the hell are you doing? 1989, Kevin Johnson Phoenix, ended NBA free throw streak of 57 games.
57 free throws.
Yeah. No, 57 games.
Oh, what?
It says NBA free throw streak of 57 games.
Oh.
So I guess
he made a
every free throw he did for 57 games, he netted it.
Or did he make at least one in every single game?
Well, that's splitting hairs. I see your point. I don't know. So that's if...
anyways, he was a great little guy, really fast.
Yeah. If anybody watching wants to let us know in the comments what that is, on both accounts and any other... 1990, Brady's return to TV for 6 episodes on CBS TV. Yes,
Brady?
The Brady Bunch.
Oh, the Brady Bunch. Okay, I thought it was called the Brady Bunch.
It just says Brady's. the Brady's. I don't know. 1990, Namibia's constitution was Nambia. Nambia's constitution was ratified. Not Nambia. Namibia? That's weird.
Okay, see it.
I'm trying to see.
Where is it?
Namibia. Namibia. Whatever. Their constitution was ratified. Spacecraft Galileo.
Nambia, isn't it?
No, there's an I. Nambia. Where's the I? Unless it's silent. Why would the I be silent?
I don't know.
Namibia. Phonetically, at least. I don't know. This country. You can read out there, people watching. 1990 as well, spacecraft Galileo flew by Venus at an altitude of 10,000 miles or 16,000 kilometers in a gravity assist maneuver to gain speed on its way to Jupiter. All right. 91 as well, during the dissolution of the Soviet Union, Lithuanian voters casted their ballots in favor of independence from the Soviet Union. All right. 91 as well. This is Ponderous by Tunu, peaked at number 46. And it was removed from original source for some reason. 1992, Yodeler Thomas School of Germany achieved 22 tones and 15 falsettos in a single second. Okay, so this was in 1 second. So, try to imagine this. In 1 second, he achieved 22 tones and 15 falsettos. Whatever the hell a falsetto is. Obviously a vocal thing.
Yeah.
But that was that video I showed you earlier. Like, I'm gonna pull it up here. See, I'll play it here for the viewers, if it loads. That's enough of that. But like, I'll put it in the underbar section here.
Falsettos, I only know the word.
I've never heard it before, but it sounds like something to do with singing.
It is. It is for sure.
Anyway, 1995, Irish music and dance show Riverdance. Remember Riverdance?
Oh, yeah.
First opened in Dublin, Ireland, with lead dancer Michael, or Michelle, or however he pronounces it, Flatley. All right. 1996, the Irish Republican Army declared the end of its 18-month ceasefire, shortly followed by a large bomb in London's Canary Wharf. Oh, they were ready. 96, see, here's the thing. That's an awful thing. But there's a very simple solution to this. Let them be free. All of this pain, all of this terrorism is only happening because Britain cannot let Ireland be free. So, if you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at the stupid Londoners. 1996, Copernicum was discovered by Sigurd Hoffman, Victor Neonov et al. All right. Trying to find where it is so that way you can see. I guess no, it's not even on the primary source. 97, Fox cartoon series The Simpsons aired the 167th episode, becoming the longest running animated series in cartoon history, and still going to this day. I think I'm not sure. I don't remember if they got canceled or not. I stopped caring about The Simpsons a long time ago.
I never cared about them.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because. I am, like, around 10 months older than they are. Like, they started in, the first ever episode, actually, in 87. Like, they started in, like, December of 87 or something. Their first episode, I think, was a Christmas episode. And they originated as shorts as part of a different show. They were just a segment or something. That's how they started, and then they became their own show proper, or I don't know the exact history, but I'm roughly only 10 months older than The Simpsons, and that's kind of cool, Like, I don't care about The Simpsons, but I still, think that's pretty interesting, the connection I have to them. So, anyway, 2001, U.S. submarine USS Greenville accidentally struck and sunk the Ihai-Maru, a Japanese training vessel operated by the Uwajimita Fishery School. 9 of the Ihai-Maru's crew members were killed, including 4 high school students. Yikes. Yeah. Costing the U.S. $2 million in repairs for the Greenville at Pearl Harbor. So, 9 of the 35 people on board the Japanese thing. Jesus. 2005, UK Prime Minister Tony Blair issued a formal apology to the Guildford Four for their wrongful imprisonment. They need more than just an apology there, Jack. 2014, Australian National University scientists discovered the oldest known star at 13.6 billion years old. And I just realized something. I did not see a single one cricket article today.
We're not done yet.
No,
I'm not trusting you.
2014, protests erupt in Sarajevo and other cities in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The unemployment rate remains at 40%, 57% for the youth.
Jeez.
Yeah. So,
there's a mess over there.
it's a mess over here right now. 2014, slopestyle snowboarding event made Olympic debut in Sochi Winter Olympic Games. U.S. Jamie Anderson was inaugural women's gold medalist. All right, congratulations.
I'll tell you how old I am.
Well, I know how old you are.
When I skied as a young adult, I guess,
Yeah.
there was no such thing as a snowboard.
Wow.
It's just skiing.
I'm just wondering, like, when were skateboards invented?
Well, they were around as I was a kid,
Yeah.
but they became popular when I was an older kid, so I really didn't skateboard that much.
Oh, look what's going on the other
yeah.
side. 2014, Switzerland voted to return immigration quotas. 2018, the 23rd Olympic Winter Games opened in Pyeongchang, South Korea. All right. Oh, wait a minute. The opening ceremony was performed in Pyeongchang County in South Vietnam. South Korea or South Vietnam? That's weird. 2020, 92nd Academy Awards. Parasite was the first non-English film to win Best Picture, Best Director Bong Joon-ho, Best Actor Joaquin Phoenix, Best Actress Renee Zellweger. Parasite, a very interesting movie. So,
I don't think I ever saw that.
yeah, if it's the movie I'm thinking of, and I've seen quite a few foreign films.
What was it about?
Though if it's the one, you know what? I'll just look this up because we have the technology, and we actually there was an exhibit during our Parasite movie, not Parasite images. Oh, this is this movie. Okay, this is a different movie than what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Basically, this one, I think it's like this poor family moves into this rich family's house to be servants, and then they take over the house or something, and then they kill the rich family. I don't know, but I've seen this too, but I don't really remember it that well. Anyway, 2020. Fastest conventional plane flight from New York to London made by British Airways Boeing 747-436 in 4 hours 56 minutes. Average speed of
New York.
From New York to London. Yeah. Average speed of 1,326 kilometers per hour or 825 miles per hour. Aided by tailwinds from due to storm Ciara. So because of a storm, they got a nice boost. I would have hated to be on the other way,
With a headwind, that's not good.
2020, suspected militants attacked and killed at least 30 people, many while sleeping in their cars in Ono, northeastern Nigeria, kidnapping women and children. Jeez, what the hell's going on?
I don't know.
2020, Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele had 1,400 army soldiers enter the Legislative Assembly building, causing a brief political crisis. That would do it. 2021, the United Arab Emirates is the fifth entity to successfully orbit a probe around Mars as the probe Hope began to study the planet's atmosphere. That's awesome.
Yeah.
2021, U.S. Senate impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump began in Washington, D.C., the second impeachment trial of his presidential career. 2022, nearly 4 million bottles of beer. 4 million bottles of beer on the wall.
We're down from that, baby.
Yeah. Were destroyed in a large crackdown on alcohol in northern Nigerian state of Kano, where alcohol prohibited under Sharia law. Yikes. I could never become a Muslim because I love bacon and I love alcohol.
In that order?
Well, together. It's
like bacon and beer together?
Well, it's not necessarily one before the other. It's kind of like a unified thing. I wonder if there's beer bacon actually.
Beer bacon.
Yeah.
There's beer batter.
Well, no, I mean bacon beer, like bacon flavored beer
I
or
know.
something.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. 2023, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa declared a national state of disaster to respond to the country's electricity crisis amid daily blackouts. Yeah. 2025, Super Bowl LIX. What would that be, like 59 or something? What is L?
50, yeah.
Okay.
59.
Yeah. Caesars Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Philadelphia Eagles claim the second title in franchise history with a 40-22 win over two-time defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. MVP Jalen Hurts at PH front hat. No, not what is PH? QB is quarterback.
Yeah.
What would be PH? Are we testing the acidity here? Like, what position is PH?
I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
PH, I'm
I'm trying
sure.
to not have any dead air here. I don't want to just sit here in silence.
Yeah, no.
And we have people watching us.
Yes.
So,
I'm not sure.
Anyway, 2025, the Baltic states synchronized their electric power transmission infrastructure with the Continental Europe Synchronous Area, the CESA, an objective to disconnect from the Russo-Belarusian agreement to use the IPS-UPS system. All right, that sounds rather complicated. And that shall conclude the show for the day. Once again, please check the underbar of the description in, down there. Or please check down there for links that you may find interesting, but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a source, a portion, from two sources here. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness and a yearning to see outside of what you think you know, to grow and to find enlightenment. We have to find common ground to those who see their opinion differently from your own, and find a better way to be better than to one another. We, for your dose of positive events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you are you. Until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe.